what your Halloween decor says about you? In today's video, I'm helping you uncover your unique Halloween decor style. Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Jacqueline, and today we're diving into something fun and fantastic. What is your Halloween decor style archetype? With October right around the corner, I kind of thought that a lot of you would be thinking about decorating for Halloween, so I thought, what better video to do than one that helps you piece together the spookiest home possible? As an interior designer, I think that having a signature Halloween decor style really elevates an interior and the Halloween atmosphere, rather than just chucking a bunch of decorations together and seeing what sticks. And disclaimer, I'm not going to be talking about gory, over-the-top, disgusting decorations because, to put it quite simply, they're disgusting. So, let's move on to the video. If you're enchanted by spell books, glowing candles, and a touch of mystical magic in your home, you might like a Halloween witch decor style. If you're interested about the history of Halloween, then you'll know that it came from the Celtic celebration of Samhain. And inspired by centuries of witchy folklore, this style blends together the mystical with the mysterious. It's all about creating a space that feels like your own personal spellcasting haven. Think bubbling cauldrons, shelves lined with crystals and potion bottles, black cats perched nearby, and dried herbs hanging from the walls. Add in flickering candles, broomsticks, and a touch of silver to complete the look. The Halloween witch archetype is about weaving together elements of the occult and cozy witchcraft. Think Grey House from Good Witch. I've already said it, but you're not going for grotesque, gaudy decorations, but rather something that's magical. You can also lean into this style by using earthy textures and natural materials. Rustic wooden pieces, clay pots, magical looking vines, and woven baskets pair beautifully with black, smoky glass bottles and antique candle holders. Colour palettes often feature deep, rich tones like black, plum, emerald, indigo, and midnight blue. Lots of cool purple tones alongside metallics like gold or copper to capture that alchemical glow. Halloween decorating is never really complete without using some kind of atmospheric lighting. And for lighting, think low and flickering. Clusters of candles, Moroccan lanterns, and fairy lights draped like enchanted vines across a mantle. Historically, witchcraft-inspired decor pulls from old-world traditions. Herbal apothecaries, medieval alchemy, astronomy, moon phases, and charts often show up in this archetype, grounding your space in the mystical. Texturally, you're going to want to include lots of celestial pieces and woodland-inspired pieces. Layer in textures for that lived-in magical feel. Velvet throws and curtains, lace table runners, and patterned pillows work wonderfully. If you love nostalgic charm, a sense of playful tradition, and get excited about Halloween icons, then a vintage Halloween might be for you. Historically, this style reflects the golden age of Halloween decor between the early to mid 20th century, and that was when it became mass-produced in American homes. Not the UK, unfortunately. We are still playing catch-up with Halloween decorations for sure. Companies like Bystil popularised the iconic black cats, grinning skeletons, and pumpkin-headed scarecrows we still see for Halloween today. Think smiling jack-o'-lanterns, black cats, friendly witches, and paper-mache pumpkins. Decorations that feel straight out of a 1950s trick-or-treat postcard. DIY vintage-style pumpkins are making a comeback, and that's great because you can make them out of paper mache and just use any cheap jack-o'-lantern you find in the shops. Vintage Halloween is all about capturing the warmth and fun of childhood Octobers, where the focus is more on the whimsy. Look to designers like Joanna Parker, Bethany Lowe, Austin Pardon, and Bystil. To achieve the look, curate nostalgic touches. Seek out reproduction or authentic vintage decorations like die-cut wall hangings. tin lanterns and sweet buckets with old school graphics. Stick with a classic Halloween colour palette as well, orange and black, with pops of candy corn yellow and bright white for contrast. I also think a vintage vase with rudbeckias would look beautiful and really bring out these colours. Inspired mainly by mid-century decor and retro collectibles, this style is all about embracing timeless symbols and cheerful spookiness. Layer in cozy textures and lighting to enhance the nostalgic feel. Twinkle lights shaped like pumpkins and warm glowing lanterns, grey gingham tablecloths, crepe paper garlands, crochet blankets and orange candles. I particularly love these ones by DW Home. You can also add retro-inspired kitchenware or ceramics like vintage cookie jars, candy dishes or ceramic pumpkins to bring the style into everyday living spaces. What's great with this style is that you can create your own decorations with DIY or in fact collect pieces over time. Either way, they are going to be memorable. If you're drawn to clean lines, moody atmospheres with a modern stylish approach without going overboard, you might be a haunted elegance minimal lover. I basically have a whole video on this, so I'll leave it linked at the end, but basically it's inspired by modern minimalism with a gothic twist. This Halloween decor style focuses on restraint, sophistication with subtle nods to eeriness. Think sleek black candles, sculptural pumpkins in monochrome or terracotta, and carefully chosen statement pieces like a raven figure or single ornate mirror. Haunted minimal elegance is really about creating a space that's stylish and elevated while also still embracing the ghostly spirit of the season. Stick with a neutral monochrome colour scheme, black, white and shades of grey with pops of burgundy or rusty browns. Then add in depth with metallic accents like silver or brass, depending on the design you currently have in your space. Lighting is key with this style because we're really working with a blank backdrop, so I would suggest using lanterns, long tapered candles, or even just a singular candelabra on a dining table. If you're wanting more colour throughout this space, don't do that with decorations, but rather do it with lighting. LED aurora projectors flood any room with enchanting starry skies and nebula clouds. You could also use colour-changing light bulbs to create a spookier atmosphere if you'd like. I personally recommend green. Textures also play a role. Smooth dark marble accents, polished metal, matte textured ceramics, and soft beige velvets can all add richness without overwhelming the space. And you can also use these decor pieces throughout the entirety of the fall season. If this sounds like your dream haunted setup, modern, sleek, and dripping with understated mystery, then haunted minimal elegance might just be your choice. If you're a fiend for drama, romance, and the macabre, you might love a Gothic Victorian Halloween. Inspired by ornate Victorian interiors and the timeless spookiness of the Addams family mansion, this decor style celebrates opulence and dark elegance. Think heavy velvet curtains, antique candelabras, black painted furniture, and moody portraits gazing at you from shadowy walls. Every detail whispers old world mystery with a haunted, luxurious twist. Gothic Victorian decor is all about embracing atmosphere, creating a home that feels like you're just stepping into a candlelit parlour, but the supernatural might be lurking out of sight. Think thick textures and antique accents. Combine velvet, lace and brocade fabrics with gilded frames, ornate mirrors and crystal chandeliers. Stick with a moody, romantic colour palette. deep burgundy, emerald green, plum, and of course, inky black. But you're really going to want to stick to a red and black based colour palette. Lighting is also key. Clusters of taper candles, as I already mentioned, chandeliers dripping with crystals, and lamps with fringed shades all add to the atmosphere. Out of all of the styles, I think this one would use candles the most, because the soft flickering light casts mysterious shadows that transform a room into a gothic fantasy. Add depth with details that tell a story, like an antique clock, ornate birdcage, or stack of leather-bound books. Raven figurines, faux cobwebs, and black roses make the perfect finishing touches. Speaking of flowers, I think a large, oversized burgundy bouquet placed on a dining table would be a really great focal point and great for dinner parties. If your dream Halloween setup feels like wandering through Gomez and Morticia's mansion, moody, elegant, and deliciously dramatic, then Gothic Victorian might just be the perfect decor archetype for you. As a side note, if you're enjoying the video so far, please leave a like or a comment, we really appreciate it. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this. If you're nostalgic for TV shows like Charmed and have an affinity for celestial prints and crushed velvet, you might be a 90s witch. Unlike the Halloween witch decorating style I mentioned, the 90s witch very much leans into a whimsy goth style. This decor style is all about cozy mysticism with a fun, slightly eclectic edge. Equal parts teenage witch bedroom and bohemian gothic retreat. Historically, the style draws inspiration from the Gothic revival in the 90s. Think The Craft, Charmed, Practical Magic, and a touch of Stevie Nicks' witchy romance, all blended with bohemian free-spiritedness. And this style is really making a comeback this year actually. Imagine a space layered with velvet throws, lace-trimmed pillows and tapestries scattered with stars and moons, hanging crystals and other wall hangings alongside climbing ivy plants. 90s whimsy goth really takes the term celestial to the next level. So you're going to want lots of stars, sun and moon motifs, and particularly sun and moons with faces. Crystal balls sit next to vintage trinkets and clusters of candles glow against deep purple walls. This decor style draws its hues from the night sky. The colour palette leans towards jewel tones with a heavy emphasis on emerald green, sapphire blue, amethyst purple, grounded with plenty of black and accented by golden iridescent shimmers. For lighting, I particularly love palm-shaped candles, Tiffany lamps, and even lava lamps for the extra touch of nostalgia. Halloween character-shaped blow molds were also prevalent in the 90s, making them the perfect addition to the 90s style Halloween room. If your dream Halloween setup feels like wandering into a witchy 90s room, mystical, cozy, and dripping with moody personality, then whimsigoth might align with your style choices. The fifth Halloween style we have is all about the macabre meeting a library. So if you're hypnotized by the romance of old libraries, candlelit studies, and the charm of bygone eras, then you might like a haunted historian look. Inspired by the dark academia aesthetic, this style is rooted in vintage treasures and an appreciation for history's shadowy corners. 19th century academia, Gothic literature, and the Victorian obsession with knowledge and the occult. Think shelves overflowing with leather-bound books, antique globes and maps, sepia-toned portraits in gilt frames, and plenty of flickering candlelight casting shadows across the room. Haunted historian decor is all about creating a space that feels like it's a Gothic study, where a scholar might pore over dusty manuscripts or uncover some secrets. To transform your home, collect antique and academic details. Incorporate dark woods, brass-worn candle holders, vintage desk lamps, hourglasses, or pressed botanicals under glass domes. Details also matter a lot in this style, so scatter handwritten notes, fountain pens, magnifying glasses, or even a stack of yellowed letters can add a personal, time-worn touch. Something that can instantly make your space feel Halloweeny is to swap out things that you have in a cabinet for more macabre ones, really creating your own cabinet of curiosities. To create one, fill your cabinet with objects that evoke mystery and intellectual intrigue, antique books with weathered spines, magnifying glasses, quills, and brass instruments like compasses or hourglasses, black candles, and eerie sepia photographs. To create the perfect palette, stick with a rich, scholarly palette of deep browns, oxblood red, hunter green, and inky black, softened with golden candlelight or warm amber tones. Dark academia Halloween lighting should feel warm, moody, and a little mysterious. Swap out bright overheads for softer, layered light sources. Think brass desk lamps and warm amber bulbs, candelabras dripping with taper candles, and Victorian-style lampshades. If your dream Halloween decor feels like studying in a haunted library or living inside a Gothic novel, then the Haunted Historian archetype is certainly on brand. If you're fascinated by the moon, enchanted forests, and Twilight, then you might love a werewolf theme. Now, stick with me on this. This Halloween style is inspired by folklore, woodland, and the primal beauty of nature, so it's perfect for those of you who love organic, natural elements with a celestial touch. Think silvery moon motifs glowing against rustic wood, faux fur throws draped over chairs, pine cones and branches gathered into displays, and rounded lanterns casting soft light like a cabin deep in the forest on a full moon night. Small touches like wolf figurines and paw prints, crescent moon wall art, and botanical prints can tie the look together without overpowering the natural moody vibe. Werewolf woodland decor is all about creating a space that feels both wild and cozy, where the magic of the natural world meets the supernatural. For the front of your home, you could do a DIY moon by painting a round wooden cutout and then spacing some trees around it. I just think it's a bit more unique and doesn't go along the lines of traditional outside decorations. To add on to the look, use natural textures like raw wood, stone, and faux fur. The colour palette leans towards earthy browns, pine green, and slate grey, taking inspiration from towering spruce trees. Add warmth through lighting and details, string fairy lights in branches to mimic starlight, cluster lanterns for a woodland campsite feel, or place a large glowing moon lamp as your focal point. All in all, this aesthetic draws inspiration from myths of shapeshifters and the deeply rooted connection between forests, folklore, and the moon. It's primal yet enchanting, rustic yet magical. Which Halloween decorating style do you have in your home? Do let me know. I think we tend to lean more into a vintage, fun Halloween, but we also have parts that are that kind of haunted elegance as well. Please leave a like or a comment if you enjoyed the video. I read every single one and I really appreciate it, and it really does help the channel to grow. And if you need help fulfilling your own design dreams, I've left our website in the description. I hope that you're ready for Halloween decorating now, and hope the video got you excited for Halloween as well. That's what I really wanted to do. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye for now.